Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. My name is Jackson, and in this video, I'm gonna go through all of American Express's personal cards and rank them in Tiermaker. I'll be going through all 17 of American Express's personal cards, so if you wanna check out the business cards, I'll leave a link for that video below. Starting off with the first card on our list, we have the American Express Everyday card. This card gets you 2x back on grocery stores and then just 1x back on everything else. Personally, I just don't think that's a very good setup. There's so many better cards if you want to get this. There is no annual fee, but I don't know why you'd want to just, lock yourself for an Amex card just to get only 2x back on grocery. So I'm going to put this in the D tier. The next card on the list is the American Express Everyday Preferred card, and this card does have a $95 annual fee, but it does get 3x back on grocery stores and 2x back on gas stations. But what makes this card even cooler is you can get an extra 50% boost on the points if you make 30 transactions, 30 swipes per month. So because of that, I feel like you could actually get 4.5% back on grocery. So for that, I'm gonna put this in the B tier. Next card on the list is the Cash Magnet card. This just gets 1.5% cash back on all purchases. Since there's a lot of cards that now get 2% cash back, I'm gonna put this in the C tier. Next card on the list is the Blue Cash Preferred card, and this gets 6% back on grocery stores, 6% back on streaming services, and 3% back on transit. However, it does have a $95 annual fee, so you will have to weigh that into your equation. One of the overlooked benefits is this does have return protection and extended warranty, so it's the lowest annual fee card that does offer both of those. So because of that, I'm gonna put this in the B tier. The grocery is capped at $6,000 per year, so that is a little bit of a hindrance, but if you know you will spend under that and you can maximize the streaming category, I think this card makes sense for some people. Moving into the Delta credit cards, the American Express Sky Miles Blue card is next, and this card gets 2x back on restaurants. Personally, I don't know why you would use this. The only reason why you would want to carry this is because if you downgraded it from another card. It is worth mentioning that you can use this card in order to use pay with points for Delta miles, so because it does have a little bit of benefit there, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the D tier. The next card is the Delta Gold Sky Miles card, and this is a little bit better. You do get 75,000 bonus points for signing up for the card now and a $100 Delta flight credit, so that is pretty useful. However, the multipliers are what makes this card really weak because you only get 2x miles on supermarkets and restaurants. So because of that, and the card does have a $100 annual fee, I'm gonna put this in the C tier. Next is the Delta Sky Miles Platinum card, and this actually I do think is a very good card. What you get is you get 9,000 bonus miles for signing up, 10,000 MQMs, and then you also get a free flight called a companion pass. So if you purchase a domestic regular class flight in the United States, and then you can get a second flight of the same flight for free. So I think if you use all these credits correctly, you can wipe out the annual fee of $250. However, the most disappointing thing on the card is you do only get 3x back on Delta flights. So all of this in together, I think this goes in B tier. Next up is the Delta Sky Miles Reserve card, and this is a really interesting card because you do get a lot of free upgrades with it, but it's kind of hard to quantify what those upgrades are. Complimentary access to the Delta Sky Club, which is really cool to see. Complimentary Centurion access, so if you don't want to pay for the Platinum card, which costs $695, you could get this card and then you're saving a little bit of money there, assuming you can get value from the rest of the benefits. This card also does get a domestic first class. So just like the Delta Platinum, this does get you the same certificate, but it can be used for first and business class flights. So you could effectively wipe out the annual fee with just that credit alone. But the biggest Achilles heel of this card is that it only earns 3x back on Delta flights and then 1x on everything else. So because of that, I am going to put this in the B tier. Okay, the next card is the American Express Green card, and this was refreshed about a year and a half ago. You get a $100 clear credit and a $100 lounge access credit. The annual fee is $150, and you get 3x back on restaurants, 3x back on transit, and 3x back on travel. I just don't think this is a very good card when you combine all these benefits together, so I'm gonna put this in the D tier. Next is the American Express Gold card, and I know this is a very, very well-renowned card for all of its good benefits that it has. You get $120 in Uber credit, $120 in Grubhub credit. It can be used other places, but I basically only use it for Grubhub. And then 4x back at grocery stores and 4x back on dining. I think both of those credits are fairly easy to use. You should be able to use the grocery multiplier to offset the rest of the annual fee. So I'm gonna put this in A tier. Next is the American Express Platinum card, and I think this card does offer a lot of value. It's kind of becoming a coupon book. I'm not gonna go into all of the benefits. I do have a video reviewing all of the benefits of this card. I'll link it here if you wanna go check that out. But altogether, I'm not a huge fan with the direction that Amex is going with all of these different credits, so I still think it does offer some value and I still get positive value. I am gonna put this in A tier. Next card on the list, we're moving over into the Hilton hotel cards now, is the Hilton Honors card. And this is an okay card. You do get 100,000 Hilton points, which could get you about one room at a pretty nice hotel. And it does earn 7x on Hilton properties, 5x on dining, and 5x on groceries. However, Hilton points are worth significantly less than American Express points, so keep that in mind. I would really only use this at Hilton properties, if even then. This card does not have an annual fee, so I think for no annual fee, this is pretty good. I'm gonna put this in C tier. Next is the Hilton Surpass card, and I think this is a very good sweet spot for American Express and Hilton. You do get 12x back on hotels and resorts booked directly with Hilton, which is really nice. 6 points on dining, 6 points on grocery, 6x on gas, and right now there's an increased sign-up bonus of 130,000 Hilton points, and you also get complimentary gold status, and the annual fee of $95 is waived for the first year. But what makes this card even cooler is you do get 10 passes to Priority Pass. So if you're someone who only goes to the airport a couple times a year, like myself, you really don't need to have, one of the best cards out there that will get you into Priority Pass unlimited times if you're only going a couple times a year. So having only 10 visits and still paying only $95 for this card is a pretty good benefit. So with all of that said, I think I'm gonna put this in the A tier. Next, we have the Hilton Aspire card, and this, with full disclosure, is my favorite card of the entire American Express lineup. You get 14x on Hilton properties, you get Hilton Diamond status, you get a $250 airline credit, $250 Hilton resort credit, and then you also can get a free weekend night included as well. So this is just an all-around amazing card. This belongs in S tier. Now for Marriott, Marriott only has one regular credit card for the personal side. They have another business credit card, which I'll cover in a different video. However, with this card, you get 6x back on hotels booked with Marriott, 3x on dining, and then 3x on flights. So I would really only use this for hotels booked with Marriott because the other three just aren't very good. This card does have an annual fee of $450, but you do get 300 of that back as a statement credit when you book with a hotel with Marriott. So the effective annual fee is really only $150. And then you also get a free night award. So you can use that $150 towards a free night. I think basically all of this just cancels out. So I'm gonna put this card in the A tier. You do also get Priority Pass Unlimited, so you can go as many times as you want and bring a guest as well. So it's a pretty cool benefit to have. A lot of the premium credit cards tend to have this nowadays. And you also get TSA PreCheck, a $100 credit for that. So I think you could use this card to its full benefits. Next card on the list is the Blue Cash Everyday card. And this card is a no annual fee card. You get 3x back on grocery stores, 2x back on gas, and 2x back on department stores, and then 1x back on everything else. This is really more of an entry-level card into Amex's system, so I'm gonna put this in the D tier. Okay, we're in the home stretch. So the last card is the American Express Blue card, and this just gives you 1x on everything. I think this makes the most sense to put this in F tier. However, one of the good things about this is it may only give you 1x, but it will allow you to keep your membership reward points. So if you just want to take a little hiatus from Amex and not use any cards or pay any annual fees, you can get this card to just keep everything open, keep your account open, keep everything as it is without having to pay an annual fee. So this is the final list. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? I want to hear from you. Please leave me a comment down below saying what would be your list. I'll leave this Tiermaker also linked below. So if you want to create your own and share with me, I'd love to see what you have to say. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name's Jackson. Be sure to check out the channel again, like and subscribe if you want to see content similar to this one. Take care, guys. See you next time.